Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Anthony won't be on the call.
All right, we got 30 minutes every Thursday. Since you guys want this, Preach and Teach is back. Welcome back to Preach and Teach. Let's make it happen. We're going to make this simple, man. So I'm going to upgrade you guys starting from this point on. Our first topic is going to be balance. We're going to do balance today twice. But I'm not going to just do balance. I'm going to show you guys exactly the techniques, all the different types of techniques for balance, all right? We got to get you guys straight. One technique I can't show you guys. What up, fam? One thing I can't show you guys right now is I can't show you guys how to do it on your shoes because I got my skates on, but that's on purpose. So everything that I'm doing, do it on your shoes. Got it? And then put on your skates. Everything I'm doing, do it on your shoes, put on your skates. You guys like the shirt? SK8rPreneur. Skatepreneur. Let's go. So, first technique from balance, and I'm going to, of course, take you guys' question because I want to be as interactive as possible. But when you guys are balancing, let me drop this thing down so you guys can pay attention to my feet. So I have a tri-pillar, right? Balance, transitions, and rhythm. There's a fourth, but that's for more advanced. So I want to make sure that you guys understand balance, transition, and rhythm. First one is balance. Before we get into any skating, so these next couple of weeks is going to be basically mindset and also for beginners. So when it comes down to balance, all right, that's where you guys at, right? So what we want to do is, if you guys have never skated before in your life, you'll be able to skate after today, all right? Your balance is important. First thing you need to know is, you need to know that or understand that you're on your feet, and you've been on your feet for 20 plus years, 18 plus years. You guys been on your feet for at least 8 plus years. So you know how to walk. You get that, right? And it's crazy that I'm saying that because 8-year-olds, they are able to skate faster than a lot of other individuals, but whatever. So you've been skating for 8 plus years, or walking for 8 plus years. All you're doing now is adding a heel to it and some wheels. All right, that's it. Keep that in mind. A heel and wheels. All right. So now that you guys have that understanding, first things first, I want to be able to, on my shoes, balance. I need to be able to stand on one foot at a time. Understand that balance. Now, check this out. As I do these, I'm going to break them down. Notice when I stand on my right foot, what happens to my upper body? That bad boy shifts over my right foot. What a lot of people do is they jump like this and try to balance, and they're doing this whole sway thing, right? Nah, shift yourself with the hip. I'm shifting, and then I'm up. Got it? Shifting up. All right, if you got to shift a little bit more because you got a little extra weight over here, all right, lean a little more. That's fine. That's that. You want to take that and put that also on the other side. Now I meant to title this one. This is the first 4 out of 8 techniques. All right, we're doing 8 techniques today for balance. This is the first 4. It's hot out here still. All right, first 4 out of 8. So your first technique is to do everything you're doing on shoes. Done. I don't have to repeat that. Second technique, you guys want to be able to practice shifting your weight and standing on one foot. Not too high. Just enough, just to get off the other skate. That's the second technique. Simple, right? And if you guys are trainers, this is what you guys teach those who want to learn how to skate. You show them from the start right here. If they're skating and you're like, golly, something's wrong with them and I can't figure it out. You got to watch if they're transferring their weight over their feet, right? Because that's a part of balance. So now once you guys have this transfer right here, this is the third technique. And I know I'm going pretty fast because I want to get into each one of these real good. But the third technique is to shift both sides like so. I'm placing down then lifting up. I'm not jumping yet, all right? That's going to be a part of the third technique too. But right now we just need to shift side. I'm playing football now, guy. What dance move was that called? Somebody dropped that dance move in the comments, man. Drop that dance move in the comments. if you guys are watching this, this is going to be saved, but it's going to be saved in my subscriptions as well as my Patreon. So if you guys ain't in my subscriptions on my Patreon, you won't be able to see this again. Okay? But check this out. You want to be able to shift. Ooh. You know what I put down? It don't matter. I got it. It's on here. So we want to shift. Step down, shift over. Step down, shift over. Notice I'm using this line right here. Right? It's helping me out. It's helping me understand that I got to put my body over to this other side as I come down to this other side. Matter of fact, if you guys want to, you guys got tennis shoes or you got a speaker, you got something, use that. Step over it. From here, step over it. Step over it. Step over it. Technique number 3. All right, technique number 3.1. You guys got to jump. If you're not jumping to the other side and you're scared to, that's fine. That's what's going to happen. But this is a little bit more than beginner. Just to let you guys know that this is not a beginner exercise, but this is an exercise to help you understand your balance a little bit better. Squat down, lift up. Squat down, lift up. Now, when I do land, I'm really not landing like this. Honestly, I want to land and squat as I land. If you guys ever skated on blades, that's a technique that's used as well when you guys are going. Boom. Right? My man Deadly Edley, he uses this technique when he's doing speed skating. But you guys can go here, jump, jump, jump. That's how you guys get your balance together. Keep that in mind. And remind you, I'm not rolling yet. That's for later on today. Right now, this is all stationary balance techniques. We are not rolling, okay? So, once you guys have 3.1, right, and 3.0, the next thing is you guys want to actually start to do crossovers. All right? This is technique number 4. 4 is going to have a few parts in it. Just to give you guys a heads up, I'm backing you up right now because my son is in the heat. I mean, my son is in the heat, son. My son is in the heat. What I want to do is, get you guys are straight. What I want to do for this technique now, instead of me doing step overs like this, now I gotta understand this is probably the hardest part for most skaters who learn how to skate. It's step across. And don't finish it yet. Come back across. Oh. Yeah, that's even worse. That's worse than going with the momentum. Right? You gotta step and then come back. You gotta step and then come back. I encourage high knees, but honestly that's not necessary. But I do encourage high knees. You guys, like that's nice. That lets me know that your balance is there, but it's also more dangerous. If you notice, I can actually go backwards if I do too high, right? If I'm playing around. So keep it simple. And notice again what I say about my upper body. My upper body is going to transition to catch, right? I'm staying back on my right foot that's in the back because what I want to do is I want to come back to that step out. I don't want to come over and hit right here because now I'm making it even harder for myself. Got it? So I want to step out and come back. Step out, come back. With temptation, baby. Got it? Then we got to go backwards. That's balance technique, right? That's number 4. That's 4.1. Let's get to 4.2. 4.2 is actually continuously, laterally stepping to the side. Right? And then you can come back if you want. You can come back. But what you want to do is you want to see if you can get 1 step and 2. step. That's what we want. We want 1 and 2 step. I go over first because over is easier than going backwards. All right? No need to grind against the grain, right? We don't need to go backwards and then over. It's cool. We don't need to do that right now. We just need to go over, right? Especially for my young ones, my ones with them thunder thighs. You know, the thighs that be like this big, right? You know what I'm saying? They be like, I can't do it because my legs. Yeah, I know you thickums. I get it. I ain't just talking about women. Fellas, y'all be having them legs and be like, dude, I can't even do it. I can't go across. You be like, that's how y'all be looking. Dude, yeah, right? You guys can do it. Sometimes what you have to do is this. If you got bigger legs, what you guys want to do is you want to squat lower, so that way you guys can step over. More like a curtsy. Got it? And then you can step out and stand up. Boom, step out. Got it? Boom, boom, step out. Then you guys are G sliding. Right? So you guys want to go lower and then step out. Got it? So now let's get back to 4.2. 4.2, we're going to step, step, step. If you guys are still not paying attention to my upper body, after I step, watch what it's doing. A lot of people focus on the feet. Don't focus on the feet. Don't only focus on the feet. Let me say it like that. Focus on the upper body. As I step, I want to secure my placement. So even though my feet are crossed, I'm over my right foot right now. And I know this is going to show mirrored after it's uploaded, but you guys get what I'm saying. I want to step over, and then I want to step out. I want to rock over, step over, rock out, boom, boom. I want to repeat. Over, step, over, hit, over, step, over, out. Cool, we solid, baby. All right. So what's next? Now, the next step is we got to do I'm gonna call it a confusing step. This is your first exercise, like your first dance exercise. And this is how I get most beginners to dance. Once they get that or understand that, right? Once that's comprehended, the next step is actually to make it into like a dance move. And it's a real cool dance move, right? Because it doesn't mess them up or throw them off. It goes like this. You step over, you step out. Then you bring it back. You step over. So you boom, yeah. Everybody be grooving with this one. They be like, yeah, that's nice. Because it's not really putting you in a situation that your body's not familiar with right now. It's the exact same position right here as you coming back. Switch it out. Boom, 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 boom. So that is 4.3, 5, 4.17. All right, whatever. So that is what you want to actually start doing with your students. Or if you're not, or if you're still just a student, right? I'm still a student to the game. I ain't gonna lie. But if you're still just a student and you're learning how to skate, then what you want to do is you want to practice that over, out, over, out, 5, boom. Actually, that's not it. I just gave you the extra one. It's a over, step, back, step, over, step, back, step, over, step, back, step, and over, step, back, step. And that leads us to the last and final exercise. Anything you're doing when it comes down to skating, you want to slowly start picking up that speed, baby. You want to progress. You want to challenge yourself. So let's go through all these challenges, right? So first challenge is switching out feet. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, 2, switch. 1, two, switch, 1, 2, 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 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. That's your progression challenge. You do that with that exercise. Next exercise is jumping. You gotta go 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, switch, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 8, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 8, 2, 1, 2. We double dutch now. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. So I got carried away, guys. The third is that step over. Remember that. One step. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2. All right. 3.1. You get it. Slowly progressing. Slowly progressing. Slowly progressing. Got it? Next challenge. Oh yeah. No. That was the fourth. Next challenge is that move leads you guys to what you guys all know as the downtown. But if you guys know Richard Humphrey, it's not called the downtown. Alright? So you guys gotta understand that when you guys are learning that move, you guys have to do it in a swift manner. I'm not crossing over in that move. I'm not going cross, cross, hit, hit, cross, cross, hit, hit. No. I'm stepping over. I'm stepping over and replacing out. Stepping back and replacing out. That's as far as I go. Boom, 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 hit, hit. My feet are not crossing. Hey, they're not crossing. I'm cheating. I'm a cheater. Pumpkin eater. Okay? So now, let's go back to that one move. Slow progression. Hey. Hey, okay. Hey. Hey. And one thing I did not state while we're doing these moves, and I always say that, I don't know why I didn't state it, but you guys want to make sure that your posture is 100%ly correct. 100%ly. It's not a word, but 100% correct. You want to make sure your knees are slightly bent, slightly bent at your waist. I got numbers for these positions, but we're not going to get into that, all right? These postures. But make sure you're like this. Make sure your feet are at a comfortable state, right? We don't want to make your feet, they don't want to be too wide. I had that problem with one of my students 2 days ago. Her feet were too wide. They were way out here. And she was just trying to skate. So you want to make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart. Shoulder width apart. Cool. And then I want to be in a duck-footed manner, right? So you got your pigeon toe, you got your duck foot. I want to be duck-footed, right? So that way I can waddle forward. Got it? Okay, now, the last progressional challenge. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you go and you do that and you pick up speed. So therefore you can master that motion. Let me check my time because I want to make sure that I stick to it. Woo, we got 10 minutes left. You should see the positive. Okay, cool. Getting paid, y'all. I got to make sure that I'm checking on my income and stuff. All right, so bet. I'm going to go swipe through these comments and see what we're talking about because I need to make sure you guys understand. All these is not for just people learning how to skate, but these are people for people who are teaching people how to skate. You got it? This is how I retain clientele because I make it fun, but not just fun, but also make it easy for people to understand. I'm talking so fast and I'm mumbling. You feel me? I. Everybody just watching, cool. Coach is on. Glow. What's up, Glow? Yeah, Glow is pivot queen. I'm not gonna lie. Coach Glow, if you guys are not following Coach Glow, you guys need to go follow Coach Glow, because she will definitely hook you up with the right pivots. She'll make you guys 100%. She makes me get better virtually. I'm not gonna lie, Glow. I be on your stuff like, yes, glory, glory. I got a few people on here who I train with, that are my coaches, that they don't even know it. But Glow been hot since before I seen her. I think when I first seen you, I think that was like back in like 2006 or 7. I can't even remember. But you was killing it. I was like, oh, she got skills. And this before I even was into pivots. But now it's like, okay, cool. So if y'all not following Coach Glow, go follow Coach Glow. She's gonna get you guys pivots right. Y'all gonna be straight. So anyways, back to it. So when you guys get that, cool. I'm gonna give you guys a preview of what to expect later on today at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, we're going into a little bit more advanced balancing techniques, right? So we get into a little bit more swings. Got it? We're getting into a little bit more jumping jacks. If you guys can't jump and jack on your skates because you're scared, trust me, it's a lot easier than you think. That's why you got to tune in at 3 o'clock. We're going to get into a lot more balancing techniques when it comes down to pivots. Right? The reason why I'm doing that, pivots, the reason why I'm balancing on that is because, again, we're going to stretch and get a little bit more advanced, because these videos, I'm not going to make them boring or where they're only for beginners. I want you guys to understand that, okay? So we're going to get into some more of these, some of these. We're going to get into some of these. Just simple balance techniques that will help you guys out when you guys are doing spins, when you guys are doing basic things, right? When you get a little bit more advanced, you're going to have to do some more leaning back versus standing straight up, right? So peak game for part 2, 5 through 8. Got me? Part 2, 5 through 8 coming at 3 o'clock. If you guys not subscribed, you guys might want to get subscribed, because I'm going to save it to my subscribers so that way they can see it. If you guys not on my Patreon, then get on my Patreon. That's the university where I'm teaching you guys all these different techniques. And I'm working on an app right now, guys. My app is going to be coming out probably in the beginning of August. I'm going to launch it in at the end of July. But what I want to do is I want to make sure that you guys have access to somewhere you guys can go and network with other people, but also learn, educate, be educated, as well as find other trainers or instructors. Got it? So we'll get into that. However, when you guys, again, balance technique, the base of balance is, again, keeping your feet shoulder width apart, making sure your knees are slightly bent, leaning forward, and transferring your weight one side to the other. All right? There's no move that I'm doing outside of a bubble where my body stands straight up, right? Or even a split, right? You can do a split, and I don't have to transfer my weight over. But for the most part, when I'm doing stuff, you'll see my weight transfer over. I want you guys to pay attention to that. Even when I'm finding out which foot I feel more comfortable with landing on if I'm doing the crossover. Like, you guys got to focus not just on the footwork, but also look at the upper body. That's tip, I don't know, 305, tip 301, whatever. So keep that in mind. I think that's about it, man. Short-lived, but look, we got it done. We got it done. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You guys are the best of the best. Read the last of these comments just to make sure it's changed from blades to skates, and I can't stop tipping forward. Oh, cause your blades, yeah. When you go from blades to skates, guys, you gotta understand. Blades to skates, I used to rollerblade. When you guys are, the blades, they have a wider line up, right? You guys have more of a back and a front. And it's designed that way on purpose because blades are literally for speed. They're for speed. Speed, hard stops, control, like that. That's what blades are for, right? But blades, don't get me wrong, blades are, if you guys can master that, they are dope as heck. But when it comes down to doing these skate moves, like you guys would be surprised, my man Blend, you guys would be surprised how many of these bladers actually skate better than a lot of roller skaters when it comes down to rhythm skating. And they're not even designed for that. But with blades, again, you're on that one edge. You're on that one edge, so you got to make sure that you balance it. And these right here, these are shorter, obviously, right? But it's also based on the positioning of your plate. If your plate is up further, then you may have a lot less. Well, it's really based off you, right? I don't want to make that statement because it's not fully true. But if my plate, for me, all depending on what the size of my boot is, sometimes I wear a 9, sometimes I wear a 10, sometimes I wear a 9.5. These are 9.5s, right? But these plates are smaller than a 9.5 plate. So with these plates, these will tip forward easy, but the boot is going to rub the ground faster. But if the plate was smaller, then all of my, again, it's based off where I position my plate. If I slide it up some.
Babe, where is this? Where are we at?
Plantation, Central Park. If I slide my plate up some, then it gives me a different dynamic, and now I'm tripping backwards because my plate is too high up. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. You make it look easy to remember moves when you say them in rhythm, such as back over, curve T slide. Yeah, that's what I try to. I try to make it that simple.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
You already know, B. Alright, so that's solid. Look, appreciate you guys tuning in. I will see you guys at 3 o'clock. Other than that, you see my fine wife. Ooh.
Hi, guys.
For you who think that she don't still skate,
Okay. Did you just show me I'm not ready?
I did show you because you fine. Anyways, I'm out. I'll see you guys at 3 o'clock. You guys be straight, alright? Be good. Oh. And now.